Hey guys, it's Joshy here and I'm back with another Ultra Sun and Moon dice battle. So this again is against Chris. I did have off my Discord, which is linked below. So if you'd like to have a dice battle or any type of battle against me, jump on there, hit me up. I should also say, guys, if you do enjoy this battle at any stage, please do roll the dice to see what move or how you're going to hit that like button, because it helps me out and lets me know. So as I said, this one was against Chris again. Now, I did speed it up just a little bit because it was a little bit longer and it was actually really fun. So if you're wondering, I've kept the framing the same way around me on the left, opposition on the right, but it is actually back to front because I subconsciously stuffed up. So anyway, I ended up having Ambipom first off. He rolled a 5, which worked well because he bought in Maganium, while I actually rolled 3, which is Fire Punch for me. So I'm able to hit him with a super effective move straight off the bat, which is pretty good. It does, you know, about a third, but then he's got a bit of lefties recover, so I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. So now I roll a 4, and I'm like, okay. He's swapping out back into Druddigan, which is fine, but we'll see what happens because I got Fake Out, and thanks to Fake Out, no activation. So next I get 1, which is fine. I thought Covert, at least it's still powered up by the normal gem, does about a third again, but he's got rough skin, and then he also does have the Rocky Helmet. So I was like, ugh, okay, great. So then he gets Gunk Shot, and I'm like, oh, this thing can hit hard. I live that all right. And then I thought, okay, I'm poisoned. Not great, but I get one more turn out of this. So I ended up rolling a 5 this turn, and I thought, okay, well, I've got to swap out, bring in Scrafty, see what I can do here. But problem with that, okay, so he gets Glare, which is fine, but then Scrafty is actually a Dragon Dead Scrafty, so kind of relying a little bit on speed. Then he rolls and gets Stealth Rocks. I'm like, shit, this is just, yeah. Okay, looks like Ambipom won't even get another attack, probably. So I at least get Dragon Dance on my roll, so I get a 3. I roll a 1 next, so I thought, awesome, now I get to attack. I was worried I was going to roll a 5 or another 3. Dragon Dance, double Dragon Dance wouldn't have hurt, though. So anyway, crunch it is, and I almost one-shot that Survivor. Then I get the 5. I'm like, oh, seems to be half the time. I get my boosts up, and then I have to swap. So Ambipom has to come in here, and the rocks are going to take out Ambipom, which sucks. But that's what happens. They went for Glare anyway, wouldn't work. So now I rolled and got Typhlosion, who was coming in, because, you know, if someone faints, you've got to roll to see who comes in, but a 5 you get to pick. And I rolled 4, which is Overheat, which is okay, except for the fact that's way overkill. Like, I would have killed him with any of my 3 attacking moves. So I'm like, oh, okay. So Cryogonal comes in. I'm like, not bad if this works out all right. But then I get a 1. I was really banking on getting a 6 because I have a Z move on this guy and I was planning on using it. But now with a 1, I actually use a completely useless move and go for Foresight. So now I'm nothing different. The reason I run Foresight, if anyone doesn't know, Normalium Z on Foresight, so Z Foresight, actually gives you a double critical hit boost, leaving you hitting critical hits 50% of the time. Now, that helps not just because I'm going to be hitting critical hits, but because Overheat drops my special attack, so a critical hit's actually going to ignore that drop. So anyway, I end up having to swap into Scrafty, roll a 6, so I'm like, yes, good, I get to make up this choice now, which I'm going to go for the Dragon Dance, so I'm outspeeding. He actually gets Shadow Ball, which is, I mean, I guess he has a Psychic move, so I would have rather him get a Psychic move, but minimal damage is fine. I rolled a 4 and get Drain Punch. I was like, oh, okay, well, at least I'm getting some recovery out of that. I know I'm not doing big damage, but I'm recovering a fair bit, considering this thing is probably max HP. So he gets another Shadow Ball, actually does a little bit less, I believe. And now I get Drain Punch again. So now I've knocked him down fairly low. I should be able to deal with him. I'm just hoping that I can at least get one of my other 2 attacking moves this turn to deal with it. So he gets Shadow Ball again. And I'm like, okay, that's alright. I haven't got the Spadef drops at all. That was alright. So now I finally roll a 2. So I'm going to be able to hit with Poison Jab. Obviously Crunch would have been amazing off the bat, but that's fine. We'll go with the Poison Jab and we take out him. So I even get the Moxie boost here. So I'm like, this is going alright. Just don't roll a 5 this turn. Let's hit him. Let's hit him. And I roll a 5 this turn. So I thought, oh well, I'll bring in Typhlosion. At least an Overheat against this thing is going to do a decent chunk of damage, if not take him out. And he rolled Aromatherapy, which for me doesn't matter at all. So now the Maganium is healing more. I'm like, please just roll a 4 this time or a 6. You know, either of them will be great. And I rolled a 5. I'm like, no, I've got Poison and Rocks here. It's going to do, so not good for me. So anyway, Maganium gets Dragon Tail on the roll, and I was like, okay, so I'm back out. Let's see. So Typhlosion comes back in. I am going to take my rocks damage. Luckily, I'm badly poisoned, so the first round of poison damage is only going to be minimal. Otherwise, if I was normal poison, I probably would have been taken out there. So I'm like, let's see. And we roll a 3. I'm like, I wanted a 4. So now I'm only able to go for extra sensory. This thing is obviously bulky. So it got Leech Seed. That's all right, but it's going to take me out with that because I am on no health. So, which sucks. I would have rather just go down to a move because at least then he didn't get that extra little bit of recovery. But that's all right. We're sitting at 2 down each. I think so far it's been a really good match. So now I thought I'll bring in Steelix, and Steelix is the highlight of this, thank goodness. He's actually not a bad set for this. So I rolled a 6, I thought perfect. I am going to go for my Automize, so that way I'm going to be faster and should be able to outspeed everything on his team now. And then I'm like, the only problem here is I am not I'm a weakness policy, max speed, max attack, sturdy. So I've got generally good defenses, but in saying that, I have the rocks have ruined my... my sturdy. So anyway, he's going to go for the fake out here. I thought, okay, well, cool, he gets a normal gen. He's obviously unburdened, but in saying that, he may end up having to switch out. I did get a 6 though, so I was going to hit an Earthquake, but whatevs. So he actually ends up having to swap out into Druddigan, which is fine again because I got Earthquake because Earthquake is my 4 move, and I'm able to do a decent chunk to this thing. I'm like, okay, well, didn't take him out. I haven't got any attack boosts. So I ended up getting a 4 again. I was like, let's hit this Earthquake. Let's see how much. We'll probably get him down really close to taking him out. And I actually ended up taking him out. I was like, awesome. I got a higher roll, I believe, than last time. It was very close. So now Hitmonlee's coming back in. I'm like, okay, well, I've taken 3 down. This thing's a bit of a worry, though. He probably can hit pretty darn hard to me if he has a close combat. And that's a bit of a worry. I'm not sure how much it's going to do. So I rolled a 1, got the Dragon Tail. I actually missed the Dragon Tail there, which, I mean, whatever, but yay. So now Maganium is going again for the aromatherapy. I'm getting really lucky. I finally hit the Dragon Tail this turn and knocked the Maganium out, and then Cryogonal's going to come in. I'm like, awesome. Okay, I don't think this thing's going to be able to do too much against me. And then I roll a 5. I'm like, oh, I just want to hit that thing with an Iron Tail. But now Scrafty's in, that's alright. If I can get a Drain Punch or a Crunch, I should be able to do a decent amount of damage to this thing. So now he hits me with the Ice Beam, like, what the hell? And it was a critical hit. So Scrafty's going down, so I was like, great, okay. I was hoping on that. So I rolled and I got Vileplume coming in. I'm like, please give me good rolls for this thing. See what happens. So I get a 1. I'm like, okay. He goes for Recover with his roll. I go for Moonlight with mine. At least I've got some rocks damage to heal up. So I get that tiny bit of HP back, but I guarantee if he's going to hit a hard Ice Beam, it's not going to matter. So now he actually rolls a 5 and has to swap out, which is alright for him, but I have to do the same. So I was like, I'm going to go back into Steelix here. I was thinking if Cryogonal does stay in, I can at least Iron Tail it if I get a good roll. But it all depended again on what I was going to roll. So this time he's going to go for a Leech Seed. I was a little worried about that because I thought the higher HP, the more likely I'm going to survive hits, especially physical ones. But I've got to be careful. I did roll a 3 though, so at least I get to activate, or use Automize I should say, and up my speed. So this Maganium is slowly regaining all the health I've taken off it, which is being annoying because I need to take this thing out. It actually can be quite bulky, and I mean, if I made a set for Dice Battle, actually this one's pretty darn good. So now I have to swap again into Vileplume. I'm like, at least I can take any hit he's going to go for if he does, but then someone else also has to swap, and Hitmonlee's coming in. So I'm still not too afraid of this. I mean, the fake out could be a problem, but that'd be it first turn. So now I roll a 3. I'm like, that's not too bad for me. He's actually going to swap into Cryogonal because I'm a physical Vileplume. I carry the Swords Dance. So now I'm able to get the Swords Dance up. I'm like, please let me get an attack off. If I can hit the Drain Punch as well, I should be doing a lot of damage to this thing. And then he rolls and gets Ice Beam. And I was like, no. Yeah, I didn't expect to live that. But then he also critted me, so we can't be 100% sure on what was going to happen. But anyway, so now I'm down to 2. So, you know, I've got 2, he's got 3. So this time he's going for Toxic, which is awesome thanks to his roll. I get the Iron Tail and I hit, well actually I rolled a 6, so I got to pick Iron Tail and I didn't miss, thank goodness. So now I'm able to get rid of that Cryogonal, thank goodness, because that thing was starting to become a threat. So now I only have to deal with these things. And let me say, I think both these could be a bit of a problem. So I rolled a 2. I was like, okay, well, at least it's Iron Tail. Hopefully I'll hit. I do fairly nice damage, and I actually get this defense drop there on the Maganium. So I'm like, cool, if he stays in and I get another good hit, that's going to work out really well. So He does heal up there with the Leech Seed and his leftovers, so he's getting more HP back, but I thought, oh well, let's see what happens. I ended up rolling a 3, which, I mean, Automize, it's alright, but the same thing again, I'm a little bit worried about all this. I need to get rid of some of these guys. I definitely think I can deal with alright rolls with the Hitmonlee, depending on his rolls as well, with my last 2, but I definitely need it to work, you know, the right way around. So I rolled a 5, and I thought I'd just finally up my speed, and now I've got to swap out. So I bring in Dodrio, which is my only other Pokemon left. The only good thing is this has actually got a super effective move. Well, it is super effective against both of these. So I avoid the Leech Seed there, which worked out well. And now I was like, okay, let's see. So I got a 3. So I got Acupressure. So I was like, okay, well, let's see. What am I getting? And I got a Special Defense boost, which does not matter at this stage against the Pokemon left. So that was great. And he hits me with a Dragon Tail, so now I'm back into Steelix. I'm like, alright, come on, let's deal with this, let's get this done. The only positive about that earlier swap is now I am not Leech Seeded in, so at least I can do some work. So he gets Leech Seed again, so I'm like, great. I was just saying, you know, and thinking how great it is not to be Leech Seed. But I get the Iron Tail, I do not miss, and I almost take out the Maganium, but the thing is, thanks to the defense drop, I drop him right down, so all I have to do is hit him again with a move, and this thing is going down. So now I rolled a 4 and I thought, good, I think with the defense drop, even though he resists this, I should be taking him out with an Earthquake, and I was correct. So now I only have to deal with his last one, which is his Hitmonlee. The only problem with that is being his last one, it could have good moves against both mine, and if you are on your last Pokemon and you roll a 5, you actually get to turn it into a 6 and decide the move yourself, because you can't swap. So now I'm like, okay, well, he's wasted his Fake Out. Let's hope he's got another one. He actually goes for a Stone Edge here on the roll. So I was like, awesome. I should take that well. Take it actually better than I thought. So I rolled a 6. I thought I'm just going for the Earthquake. Let's get this damage off. And hopefully I can deal with him with if I die. And I actually get a crit. So I finally get a crit back for those 2 Ice Beam crits. And I win that dice battle there 2-0. So that was a really, really fun battle. I was actually devastated when I went to record and realized I did not have that battle saved. Thankfully, Chris did save it so I could record it from his angle. Thank you, Chris. So as I said earlier, guys, if you did enjoy that, please do roll the dice to see what you're going to do on the button, the like button. And, you know, let me know down below anything you want to let me know. Also, don't forget you can leave suggestions of anything you want down the bottom. And if you did want to understand dice battles a little bit more, there are certain rules that are linked. I should make sure it's linked down below. I believe it is. And if not, if the rules aren't linked right in this one, you can actually go to the Dice Battle folder, and the first video actually has a link there. Plus, it actually gives a bit of an explanation to the rules. Yeah. Also, don't forget as well in the comments, you can chuck down there any suggestions of like theme teams, sweeps, and all that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.